Once upon a time, in the heart of the Whispering Woods, lived a bear named Benny. But Benny wasn't like the other bears. He was known as the Goofy Bear because of his funny antics and his knack for making everyone smile. Benny had a big, soft, chocolate brown fur coat, a cute button nose, and the most cheerful grin that never seemed to leave his face. He loved to explore and was always on some sort of adventure. Unlike his friends who spent time preparing for winter, Benny would often be found rolling down hills, chasing butterflies, and attempting to balance apples on his nose. One sunny day, Benny decided to try something new. Today, he announced to the forest, "I will bake an apple pie." The idea of Benny baking anything was enough to amuse his friends. Ms. Hooten the Owl, Frederick the Squirrel, and Daisy the Deer were particularly amused. "Oh, Benny," hooted Ms. Hooten, "are you sure you know what you're doing?" "Of course," chirped Benny confidently, even though he had never baked before. So, with a twinkle in his eye, he set off to gather ingredients. He picked the juiciest apples and trudged to Mrs. Bumblebee's beehive to ask for honey. Mrs. Bumblebee handed over a jar of her finest honey with a kind smile. "Remember to be patient, Benny. Pie baking takes time," she buzzed. Remembering her advice, Benny moved to his cozy cave where he had gathered everything necessary. The cave was soon filled with a delightful chaos. Flour dust spiraled in the air as Benny twirled to music only he could hear, and apples rolled around as he juggled them absent-mindedly. Despite the mess, Benny managed to press the dough into a delightful shape, though it was more blob than circle, and chopped apples, sprinkling them with cinnamon and honey. With a proud smile, he popped the pie into his old oven. As the pie baked, all of Benny's friends gathered near his cave, drawn in by the delicious aroma. They peeked in curiously. "Smells delightful, Benny," said Frederick, twitching his bushy tail with excitement. Finally, the moment came. Benny pulled the pie from the oven. It was a little lopsided and had a peculiar zigzag pattern, but the smell was simply heavenly. "Ta-da!" Benny exclaimed, showing off his creation. Everyone clapped their paws and hooves in delight. The first bite was magnificent. The apples were sweet, and the crust was just crunchy enough. Frederick squeaked with joy. "Benny, this is fantastic. I knew you could do it." Daisy nodded. "You see, sometimes being a bit goofy can lead to wonderful surprises." Benny grinned from ear to ear, happy that his friends enjoyed his creation. With full bellies and happy hearts, they all agreed that though Benny was the Goofy Bear, he was their beloved Goofy Bear.